That's the message that I want to send to anyone who is fearful of any black-skinned person who is living in their own community, enjoying their own life, and stuck in the stereotypes of ignorance. Just because your pants sag does not mean you are guilty of a crime.
That's right, man.
Just because you wear your hat to the side, the left or the right, does not mean that you are committing a criminal act.
That's right.
Today, we are talking about a young man who graduated from high school.
Come on with it.
But he was treated as if his life was meaningless. But when we talk about that young life, we're not just talking about Missouri. We're talking about Denver, Colorado as well.
Yes.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I told Joan, who helped organize this, that there is a special announcement that we're going to make right here on these steps. Because greatness comes from our city and from where we are now. And we can lead the way for others. I just left the safe zone in the Holly Shopping Center.
Come on, tell the story.
I just left. There was a shooting yesterday. There's been shootings all this summer. But guess what, community? A young man was caught today in the Holly, running from the police with a gun. And they did not kill that man today. We need to celebrate that.
Great.
We need to celebrate that. And whatever it was that made that police officer rest on his training, when a man has a gun and he runs and tosses a gun, he puts his hands up, that man would be dead under any other circumstances. So we want the world to know right now, the example we have right here is hands up, don't shoot. 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 Hands up, don't shoot.
You know, there's nothing more scary than having to explain to a child that the police are not against you. It's a hard conversation to have when all she sees on television, all she hears from her peers, is that the people that we claim protect and serve are the ones who will kill her one day. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and she came to me with tears in her eyes as my grandmother called me from Missouri to let us know that she is all right. And she said, "Why are the police trying to kill Grandma? Why are the police trying to kill you?" And to have that conversation is a difficult one. But I'm happy to say today that if you look to your left and to your right, that here in Colorado we have community. And that we may not all look alike, we may not believe all of the same things, but our lives matter. And that is a message that we have to the police department, to the sheriff department, to those who want to be neighborhood watchmen, for those who don't understand that being black is not a crime, being brown is not a crime, being gay is not a crime, not believing in the same political beliefs is not a crime, that our lives matter. And if we can say it here from the Rocky Mountains, from the Mile High City, that our lives matter, hopefully someone with an ear will take heed. Hopefully somebody will listen and realize that although you may not believe the same things, our children are looking up to us. And how you act every day, they are internalizing and using as how they will live their lives. So I ask you the question, if a young 5-year-old comes up to you and asks you if their life matters, what will you say?
Yes.
Will your actions say the same thing?
Yes.
Move on throughout the day, throughout the week, with that same mentality, realizing that your life is not just yours alone, but that you are a sermon that somebody else is watching every day, and that you may be the closest understanding to what life really looks like for someone who has never seen somebody live. I encourage you, let someone else know. I matter.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for showing up.